Welcome to this quick guide on installing ZFS on Debian and Ubuntu. ZFS, or the Zettabyte file system, is a powerful file system designed for high data integrity, scalability, and advanced features like snapshots, compression, and data deduplication. Whether you're managing large storage arrays or just looking for a reliable file system, ZFS provides excellent performance and flexibility. In this video, we'll go step by step through installing and enabling ZFS, as well as verifying that it's correctly set up on your system. Let's get started. Before installing ZFS, we need to prepare our system by enabling the necessary repository and updating the package list. First, we add the contrib repository, which provides official ZFS support for Debian and Ubuntu. This step ensures that ZFS packages are available for installation. Once the repository is added, we refresh the package list to make sure the system recognizes the newly available ZFS packages. With these preparations complete, we are ready to install ZFS. Now that we have prepared the system, it's time to install ZFS. This process will set up the necessary kernel modules and user space utilities required to manage ZFS file systems. While the installation is running, let's take a moment to understand why ZFS is such a powerful and widely respected file system. ZFS is designed for reliability, scalability, and data integrity. One of its most significant features is built-in checksumming, which protects against silent data corruption by automatically detecting and repairing damaged files. It also includes advanced features like copy-on-write snapshots, data compression, and deduplication, which help optimize storage use and improve efficiency. ZFS pools storage devices into a unified system, making it easier to manage and expand capacity without worrying about traditional partitioning. However, there are a few considerations to keep in mind when using ZFS. It has a higher memory requirement compared to traditional file systems like ext4 or XFS, as it relies on RAM for caching and performance optimization. Additionally, if you plan to use ZFS on root as the primary system file system, you should check for compatibility with your bootloader and ensure that your system supports native ZFS booting. Now that ZFS is installed, we need to enable essential system services to ensure it functions correctly. These services handle the automatic detection, import, and mounting of ZFS pools, making them available every time the system boots. First, we enable the ZFS import cache service, which loads previously recognized ZFS pools based on stored configurations. If a pool isn't cached, the ZFS import scan service will search for any available ZFS pools and make them accessible. Additionally, the ZFS mount service ensures that all automatically mountable datasets are properly loaded. Finally, the ZFS target service acts as a system-wide controller, ensuring all ZFS-related processes start in the correct order. By enabling these services, we automate the ZFS pool management process, reducing the need for manual intervention and ensuring a seamless experience across system reboots. Once these services are activated, we can proceed to verify our ZFS installation. Reboot your system. After rebooting, it's important to verify that ZFS is installed and running correctly. First, we check whether the necessary ZFS kernel modules are loaded. This ensures that the system recognizes and can manage ZFS file systems properly. Next, we confirm the installed ZFS version to verify that the correct packages were installed. By running these verification steps, we can be sure that ZFS is fully operational and ready to be used for storage management. If any issues arise, checking the module status and version can help troubleshoot installation problems before setting up ZFS storage pools. With ZFS successfully installed and verified, your system is now ready to take advantage of its powerful features like snapshots, data integrity checks, and efficient storage management. Whether you're using ZFS for a personal setup or enterprise storage, it provides reliability and flexibility for your data. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more Linux tutorials.